Hey everybody, welcome to the Dungeoncast. I'm Will.
I'm Brian.
This is a podcast where we talk about everything Dungeons and Dragons, and today we are covering Marilith and Goristro.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shout out
Welcome, adventurers, to the Dungeoncast.
Hey Brian,
Hey, Will.
you want to tell me what year it is, Brian?
1995, remember?
No, it's not 1995. Tell me what year it is.
It's the year of my fiends.
Indeed.
My friends.
A year in which we furiously and ferociously focus on fiends far and wide, and in our fascination we find and figure that these fiends indeed are not friendly or fantastic, but foul and flagitious.
Wow, I love that opener.
you.
Far and wide, far below, feel the flow. I'm doing it.
Absolutely. And today we are covering two particularly powerful and notable of demon kind, the Serpentine Queens, known as Marilith, and the Taurian powerhouses, known as Goristros. Neither of these fiends are unique entities, but both are powerful enough and intelligent enough, well, one of them's intelligent enough, to easily be the BBEGs of a campaign. But let's get into it, starting with the Marilith.
Scary. So these are still foot soldiers, but they're
they're the commanders. They're the generals and the Marilith are like generals and lieutenants and captain commanders, if you will. Goristros are their own thing. We're gonna get into them when we get to them.
Okay.
Because they're very odd, but I kind of like them a lot.
Okay.
Wielding a wicked blade in each of its 6 hands, a Marilith is a devastating foe that few can match in battle. These demons possess keen minds and a finely honed sense of tactics, and they're able to lead and unite other demons in common causes. Terrible to behold, a Marilith has the lower body of a great serpent and the upper torso of a humanoid female with 6 arms. Each sword they carry is highly decorated, and they adorn themselves with golden bangles and precious jewelry. Mariliths average 20 feet,
Or 6.1 meters.
in length from head to tail tip, and 2 tons
Or 1,800 kilograms.
in weight. Marilith, I'm never gonna not laugh
Should
every
I
time
have
you
said
do that.
1,800?
No,
Better?
you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Good job. Mariliths are known for their great militant cunning and for their ability to utilize cold logic. They serve as the brilliant tacticians of abyssal hordes, advisors to demonic nobility, and in some cases are serpentine demon queens in their own right. They are often encountered as captains at the head of a demonic horde, where they embrace any opportunity to rush headlong into battle.
I didn't know there were certain typed logics, like there were damage types. So you could do
You could do cold logic, you do radiant logic,
flaming logic,
psychic logic.
psychic logic.
That's definitely the best logic.
Psychic logic.
Mariliths have domineering and wicked personalities, eager to bring pain and betrayal to others. I don't like. How do you wake up in the morning I can't wait to bring pain and betrayal to others?
Who am I going to betray today? When one foot hits the ground, I take a deep breath, and when my second foot hits the ground, I guess it's just 1 foot for this chick. When my tail hits the ground in the morning, I think of betrayal. I take a deep breath, I exhale, I say betrayal.
Absolutely. But their malice is accompanied by both shrewdness and cunning. They are highly intelligent beings with an innate sense for strategy, their brilliance thriving in matters of army-level tactics. They're very smart. They're just very, very smart.
Somebody has to be competent down there.
Exactly. And
front
this is
lines.
like one of the first truly competent demon commanders that we've been talking about.
That's the gas station T-shirt you can buy in the Forgotten Realms. Has a picture of a Marilith on it, and it says "truly competent" underneath.
Exactly. Absolutely. They also have the rare ability to unite and coordinate the actions of other demons. This is practically an impossible task due to their chaotic nature. To add to this, they have another uncanny ability. Most demons struggle on the battlefield of battle in the Blood War due to their inherently chaotic minds and natures. They have difficulty understanding order and law by nature, and so fail to comprehend the organized tactics and movements of their foes, the devils. But whether through disciplinary mastery or suppression of their natural instincts, Mariliths can predict the actions of law despite not truly understanding them in order to outwit the devil kind.
That's crazy.
It's very strange, but it's pretty cool.
They're all just the demonic version of Ian Malcolm's daughter, Kelly Curtis Malcolm. They understand chaos theory.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. In the eyes of most Mariliths, nice pull, subtle temptation is but a silly game and waste of time compared to true warfare planning. They are fiercely proud of their martial skills and tactical superiority, and often keep the weapons of their more worthy defeated foes as trophies. These weapon trophies are among their most cherished possessions, and if stolen, they are known to take extreme measures to retrieve them.
What, dude? I'll D&D monsters, or most D&D monsters of note and player characters have in common?
They like to loot.
Taking trophies from their downed enemies.
They like to loot the booty.
Their skulls. They like to loot the booty?
Yeah, that's what I said.
They like to loot the booty? Yes, Will. It's the kind of primo content I'm looking out for from you.
Moving on. Mariliths are always eager to join melee combat if given the chance.
So they can loot your booty.
They always carefully size up a given situation first and plot to use any terrain and vulnerabilities to their advantage. They can swiftly strike with each weapon in their 6 hands. Their tails are capable of moving like a whip and constricting their foes. I was so close to saying a fun fact about Super Quest Saga, but it's spoilers, so I can't. Moving on.
Don't. Check out Super Quest Saga, a really good actual play campaign that we do.
Yeah. Marilith spellcasters do exist and are truly terrifying beings. Instead of specializing in any one given school of magic, they become the masters of many. And furthermore, they have the rare power to cast spells with 2 of their arms while still fighting with the other.
That's broken. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
That is so cool.
There are even rumors that some Mariliths can cast more than one spell at once. We do not have the spell casting Marilith variant in 5e, but I wish we did.
I wish we did too.
Yeah,
and
we should.
Trying to describe that as a dungeon master with like the hand wavings, like, damn, they're just fucking you up. They're doing jutsus and fucking murdering you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hold still, stab, stab. Let me do this fucking fireball in your guts.
Yeah, exactly. As one would imagine, demons do not typically get along with each other, and Mariliths are no exception. Mariliths serve as commanders and tactical experts for the Blood War, providing the stratagems to complement the malignant magnetism of the Balors. That being said, Mariliths have a great disdain for their Balor commanders. They believe that Balors are in charge only because of their sheer power and are otherwise unneeded to conduct the Blood War, which they have a point, but also Balors are fucking scary powerful, and that power is needed to keep multiple hordes of demons in check and pointed in the same direction.
I'm going to say the only thing that can beat your intelligence is the overwhelming inability to defeat an enemy.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Mariliths are great, and they can like bring together a lot of demons and command them, but like when it comes to full-blown multiple hordes, like they don't have the sheer power to make all those demons obey. A Balor does. Those motherfuckers are scary.
Yeah, it seems like it's a good check to have in place to stop Mariliths from like, you know, usurping or like becoming their own thing, because they could easily like take an army and like go gather some souls and worshipers and like start becoming on their own power.
Yes, and some do. But I think they just complement each other great. They're the great duo. You need both of them. That being said, let's continue. Mariliths have never acted on this belief of theirs for fear of that very power that Balors have. Glabrazoos are another particular demon Mariliths have a disdain for. I don't think we've really talked about them much on this show. They're like weird lobster devil demons. I don't know how else to describe them, their physical look. But they are all about like manipulation, lying, and temptation. Like they are on the front lines of like going to the mortal planes and offering deals and what's the word? Tempting souls to the abyss.
Yeah, because they look so charismatic with their big lobster.
Yeah, they got 4 arms, 2 of which are lobster arms, and then they are like oddly reptilian dragon bull looking. Yeah, I don't know how else to put that.
I'm built to scare you, to look vaguely humanoid so you can relate, and also remind you of what you ate for dinner the other night.
Exactly. So Glabrazoos and Mariliths don't get along. Mariliths find Glabrazoos' obnoxious insistence on using temptation, manipulation, and scheming rather than outright warfare. Mariliths normally have to settle for merely undermining their Glabrazoo peers, as Balors have a tendency to favor their sinister schemes.
Glabrazoos are in the sewer, like with a fucking red balloon, like, hey, come down here, kids.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Glabrazoos equal Pennywise.
So that's all I have on Mariliths. They're pretty straightforward. They're pretty freaking awesome. The stat block's very impressive, and we're gonna get into it. Did you have any questions before we do, though?
I'm looking at it. It is impressive. No, let's get right into it. The Marilith is a large fiend demon, chaotic evil. Armor class is 18 natty.
That's pretty awesome.
Natural armor. So this is what I'm looking at here is just their body.
I mean, I don't think so. I think they drew that in order to, not be provocative.
So they're naked.
I like most demons are naked, so yes.
Yeah, most mermaids don't actually wear seashell bras. That's trivial.
Indeed.
And that's what this is kind of reminding me of. So we got HP of 189 or 18d10 plus 90.
So almost as much as the Crystal Dragon from last episode.
Yeah, check out last week's episode about Crystal Dragons.
Like yeah.
Don't get too horny, though. Speed is 40 feet. That's good. It's slither speed. They don't say that.
Yeah.
It's like hover speed, but you are touching
it doesn't
the ground,
say
so
walking.
it's not hover speed. Yeah, it's slither speed. It implies walking, right? Or running, I guess.
Yeah.
Trotting, strafing.
Ground movement.
Yeah, what you do on this earth or your fantasy earth. We have a strength of 18 or plus 4, dexterity of 20 plus 5, constitution is 20, that's plus 5, intelligence is an 18 plus 4, wisdom is a 16 plus 3, and a charisma of 20 plus 5.
goddamn, those are some stats, aren't there? Like the lowest thing they have there is a 16 to their wisdom, which is high.
This is a crazy...
It's a very powerful,
it's like a level
scary
20 character.
Like I said, like it doesn't have to be, but you could have a Marilith be the BBEG of your campaign easily.
Sure. Yeah. 2 Mariliths.
Yeah, working in tandem.
Marili.
12 arms.
What do we call a pack of Marilith?
Oh, don't know.
Yeah, because they don't do that. It doesn't sound like.
No.
But maybe we'll
But
call
God, that'd be scary.
call it
If 5 of these entered the room, I'll just kill myself. like I'll save you the trouble. Fuck.
more 2 or more Marilith is a stabbing of Marilith.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's 12 swords at least.
Yeah, it's 12 swords at least.
All right, we got saving throws. Strength is plus 9, con is plus 10, wisdom plus 8, and charisma plus 10. Those are huge. Damage resistance to cold, fire, lightning, bludge, pierce, and slashing from non-magical attacks. Pretty much all the standards and some. It's awesome. Lightning too. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, that's a common thing with demons is they resist the 3 major like offensive elements, which is cold, fire, and lightning.
Neat. So damage immunities are poison, and condition immunities are poisoned. If you're poisoned, a poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. I think you have to like.
So go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
I was thinking about how we talk about poison being bullshit and well, not bullshit, but it's being lame in 5e. Basically, once you get to a certain level, monsters are just completely unaffected by it.
Right.
Like as a player, it's absolutely not worth investing into. And I can understand why they made that decision. And I was thinking, probably because I was playing a lot of Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, there is the poison status effect, and you can put into it as a player if you want to, but it's not the best of the status effects that you can invest into. But there is another similar status effect that's much more potent called Scarlet Rot. And I was thinking about I know it's really disgusting actually, and is worth investing into if you want to build that type of character because it's very powerful. That being said, there are a lot of legendary monsters in the game, or even in mythology, that are the thing they're legendary for is like their extremely potent poisonous bite or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think maybe D&D might benefit from having a secondary, like almost like in Pokemon, how there's being poisoned and then there's toxic.
It's being badly poisoned.
Exactly.
Poison plus.
Poison plus.
Poison prime.
Maybe 5e would benefit from having like poisoned, and then from having that higher level of like, no, this is some like crazy, this is toxic on a spiritual level shit. Like this is like
those are just called curses.
Well, yeah, something. I'm thinking something along those lines. But anyways,
Poison for your soul.
I digress. Continue, please.
No, I completely agree with you. There should be tiers of poisoning up to a certain point. I mean, like when you say that it's not worth investing in as a player, that's very campaign dependent, but it's also like the majority of campaigns probably not going to be investing in poison.
Yeah, it's to the point where if you were a player who really wanted to invest into poison and poison daggers and shit like that, you'd have to have a talk with your dungeon master and be like, hey, I really want to do this, but can you accommodate me a little bit? And so as a dungeon master, you'd be like, okay, I will probably strip away some of the poison immunities, in 80% of the goddamn catalog.
Yeah, or give you a like super poison.
Yeah, exactly.
Some toxic sludge. Because if you're a rogue assassin, poisoning is one of your things, right?
It can be.
So you could, if you're playing a city game, then sure, because those regular people,
they're not going to be immune to the poison usually.
Not.
Yeah.
Like the clever ones are going to have the antidote right there. Like, I saw you coming a mile away.
Right.
All right. So we're at True Sight, which is a sense that this thing has for 120 feet. Very powerful. A monster with True Sight can out to a specific range, which in this case is 120 feet, see in normal and magical darkness That magical darkness. You're not supposed to be able to do that. See invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. That's so strong.
Wow.
Furthermore, the monster can see into the ethereal plane within the same range. That's fucking cool. So there's a ton of stuff that this is going to catch. Sorry, wizard. I was going to say sorry, wizards.
Or druid.
But like, yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean Wizards of the Coast. Passive perception is 13. Not so great, but still good. Languages is, it can speak our abyssal and telepathy for 120 feet. So any language, pretty much. Challenge rating 16. 15,000 experience points. We have magic resistance. The Marilith has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Magic weapons. The Marilith's weapon attacks are magical. Is that because the weapons are magical themselves, or is the Marilith the root of that power? Because if you kill this thing, that's 6 magic swords. Whatever is in this thing's
I would
booty.
say it's probably a little bit of both. It's mostly the fact that the Marilith is just a powerful being, so anything it swings is just going to be that good.
Get that.
But I mean, these 6 swords were forged in the abyss. Like, yeah, maybe they got a little stank on them.
A little nasty.
Yeah,
stank.
maybe they do. Maybe they have some sort of like abyssal +1, or like getting slashed by one causes a curse. I don't know.
This art has 2 like kind of scimitar-y swords, and then 2 swords with like a forked end almost.
Yeah.
3 swords with a forked end, and then one like little short sword.
Hey, she only had 5 good ones, so she was like, "Fuck it, I'll pick this one up too."
They're all magical forged in the abyss. Okay. So we have magic weapons. It says magic weapons, but then it says the Marilith's weapons attacks are magical. So it doesn't matter what weapon it picks up. So yeah, I would. Okay, so reactive. The Marilith can take 1 reaction on every turn in a combat. Oh shit.
Yes, absolutely. And hold on, let's back up to magic weapons, because that basically says, yeah, they're magical. So like if a party killed one of these in my campaign, each sword would just be at the bare minimum, they would just be all +1 swords.
There'd have to be
like,
at least that, yeah. Maybe the 2 up top, like the main ones, are +2 swords.
Sure.
And then there's like tiers from there. This shitty little D6 sword isn't going to do much.
Yeah.
I mean, it will. That's D&D speak. If this hit me, I'd die.
But reactive is an incredible feature. If you wanna go over that again.
Way to tank. This thing can tank harder than most things. If you try to run away, it's not going to allow that. I wonder if it's like a tail slam, like flap.
Could be.
Run away. That'd be
Yeah, could be.
sick. I'd homebrew that in. I don't think that's a thing. Multi-attack. The Marilith makes 7 attacks, 6 with its long swords and 1 with its tail.
Yeah, there it is.
I've done it. Long sword, melee weapon attack, +9 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target. It's going to do 13 or 2d8 +4 slashing damage.
It does 6 of those.
Can you calculate her up again like last time? That was
sure.
pretty cool.
Let's do it. So it does 6 of the swords, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so what was the average?
13.
So that's 13 times 6. So that's already 78 damage.
Yeah, and then the tail, let's see. Tail's actually long to read. A little paragraph here. Melee weapon attack with +9 to hit, reach of 10 feet. 1 creature is going to hit for 15 or 2d10 +4 bludge. If the target is medium or smaller, it is grappled. Escape DC 19. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. The Marilith can automatically hit the target with its tail, and the Marilith can't make tail attacks against other targets. So if you're grappled, a grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated, which is a different condition we'd have to go read. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler, or grappling effect, such as when the creature is hurled away by the Thunderwave spell.
Thunderwave me, bro.
I know, you Thunderwave yourself. Oh, that would work, I think. Restrained. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, which is duplicate, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. See, I think having these separate is important, and players tend to forget.
It's important, but it's also confusing.
It is confusing, yeah. Because being grappled implies that you would have some of these issues that restrained has. But you can have one without the other.
You can. So I went ahead and calculated. If this Marilith hit a single target with all 7 hits, they would average about 93 damage. a round, which is over double what the Crystal Dragon was averaging with its melee attacks. But we concluded that the legendary actions plus the rechargeable breath more than made up for it.
Yeah. And this thing is doing well over 1 attack per second.
Oh yeah, this thing is a flurry. Like I would imagine, seeing this thing in live real action would just be just one of the most terrifying sights to behold. Like I almost rather deal with a dragon.
I know, because they're gonna do this magician's disappear. What's that box they stab? Except you're getting stabbed.
Yeah, you're definitely getting stabbed.
But that's what it looks like. It's all the swords crossed in between your body.
Yeah,
good times. Probably not though. Teleport. The Marilith can magically teleport along with any equipment it's wearing or carrying, including its bra, and up to 120 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. That's weird that it said that about the bra.
I know, it's odd.
So yeah, I can do that. Fuck. Reactions. Parry. The platypus. The Marilith adds 5 to its AC against one melee attack that would hit it. To do so, the Marilith must see the attacker and be wielding a melee weapon.
So remember that reaction it can take on every turn? It can parry every single turn, adding, what was it, 5 to its AC?
5 to its AC.
To its 18 AC?
But just for that one turn, it's not going to stack 5 AC.
No.
Right?
But my point is, like...
Yes, every turn it can randomly have a 23 AC.
Yes, so effectively this thing has a 23 AC. It's only going to
basically, because there's no cost to activating this at all.
Exactly, and so every turn, if you roll and the total is a 22, it's going to parry if it's a melee attack, obviously.
Yes,
but
right. Saving throws are different, and like some stipulations.
Yeah, and ranged attacks are different as well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, the Marilith, fucking awesome. It's one of my absolute favorite demons, and I don't care for demons as much as I like devils, and the Marilith is up there for me.
Except for Demon Gorgon.
Shout out to Demon Gorgon.
Let's take a short rest.
Yeah.
Shout out to Demon Gorgon. Shout out to Demon Gorgon. Oh yeah. Shout out to Demon Gorgon. Shout out to Demon Gorgon. Oh yeah.
We've returned.
Indeed we have.
That's right. Mother trucker, we're back. Deal with it.
Are you ready to talk about our next demon of the episode?
If the listener's ready to sub out to Patreon, just kidding. We're going to do these episodes whether you subscribe to our Patreon or not. But if you do, it helps a lot. We buy a lot of equipment that we need often for the show, as we came to the realization of once again last episode. Things break, like my chair.
Indeed.
Someone help me.
So next up we have the beefiest of demons, the Goristro. This is a high-level demon of the same power level, if not even a bit more powerful than the Marilith. On the downside, they be dumb.
They be super dumb.
They're very, very, very not smart.
Spoiler alert for the Goristro at the end of these notes is a -2 int.
Yeah, they got a -2 to that
Dump
intelligence.
stat intelligence.
Indeed.
Need that on a shirt.
It was a hard dump stat, too.
Yeah.
The Goristro resembles a fiendish minotaur towering more than 20 feet tall. They have broad, lumbering frames that, even amongst their smallest members, weigh 1,400 pounds.
6,400 kilograms. Oh man, I totally blanked. I was like, that is so heavy. Is what I was thinking.
Is very heavy.
And then I saw the thing.
Their overall structure is somewhat bear-like, but their arms are long and wide like the trunks of trees. Because of this, they move on their knuckles like giant gorillas as they barrel forward. Great muscularity is clearly visible across their entire forms. Necessarily wide shoulders carry a massive head reminiscent of a leering bison, with carnivorous teeth and giant horns that curve upwards. Their hands and feet are giant and splayed, yet still have humanoid, or are humanoid in shape.
It's a very apt description. That's pretty much what I thought, but when I looked at it in the stat block.
There it is.
Before you said it, yeah.
A wide variety of color palettes exist among them, including dark brown, sickly green, and purplish gray. Tame Goristro often have markings indicating their masters, whether they be collars, bands, tattoos, or horn carvings.
For a second, I thought you meant like tame, like some of these dudes are chill and not like super mean and evil, but you just mean like enslaved.
Yeah, I do. I do mean enslaved. These guys are, how do I say this? They fill an interesting slot in the hierarchy of demonkind. We're gonna really get into it because it's very unique. While the maximum size of the building size behemoths is unknown, the largest reported Goristro is 200 feet tall.
That's 61 meters.
Yeah, but 200 fucking feet tall. That's most of a Supreme Screen from Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh my God, I hate that ride. That's bigger than the Tarrasque.
Yes,
By a lot.
that's 4 Tarrasques tall.
That's four Tarrasque. How many Demogorgons tall is that? Demogorgon is like
4 Demogorgons
15
tall, I think,
feet
too.
tall or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he only 15? I thought he was 20 feet.
He's I thought he was
I thought he was
2
20
and a half
feet.
doors.
It's 10 Demogorgons tall.
That's a lot.
His-
Shout out to Demogorgon.
Shout out to Demogorgon. His name is Bjorn Ganal.
Oh, the 200-foot one
yes,
specifically?
yes.
Or 61 meters?
He walks around the abyss with a small village of were spiders living on his back and shoulders. He's that big.
When they get too big and they fall off, they become adults. Much
sure.
like possums.
Absolutely. As one might predict, the Goristro originated as the creations of the demon lord of bro science himself, Baphomet.
Our bro, Baphomet.
Made within his Tower of Science, they are the Horned Lord's most legendary monsters. Their proliferation across the abyss is due to Baphomet allowing a group of Glabrezu to capture his favorite beast, knowing that their prevalence throughout the abyss would bring him fame and glory.
Wow, man. It's been a long time since he came up.
I know. It's been a while, but he's
nasty, nasty, nasty creature.
He's so nasty.
He's the worst.
I love him, though. Those who remain in his service stalk his endless maze, hungrily wandering throughout the halls, crushing enemy and ally alike. Because of this and their ties to minotaurs in general, Goristros possess preternatural cunning when navigating labyrinthine passages and shifting corridors, pursuing foes in a terrifying hunt.
Do you think Baphomet showers? What's more chaotic than not grooming?
He showers, but he showers in the blood of his enemies,
Okay, yeah. So it's
which
not.
he keeps in large tanks in his Tower of Science.
Yeah. hit that spigot, baby.
Their immeasurable physical prowess is comparable only to that of the Balors, the strongest demons in existence that aren't demon lords.
The Balor. No, that's not our thumbnail. That's what's on our thumbnail these days.
No, that is a Balor.
That is a Balor,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a Balor on our thumbnail.
Nice.
Yeah, but with none of the dangerous intellect of a Balor to match. When controlled by a demon lord, Goristros make formidable living siege engines, obliterating walls and buildings with ease and prized pets. A hulking Goristro sometimes bears a palanquin, carrying smaller demons on its broad shoulders, much like an elephant carries riders on his back.
Yeah, neat. That's cool.
Goristro are completely lacking in subtlety, and without the supervision of a more intelligent being, are prone to going on rampages in random directions. If left this way, they have little in the way of goals outside of being predators, despite not actually needing food. They just
What?
like to eat.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, this thing is a scientific abomination. Like it is based off of like genetics from demons and animals. So it like has a lot of animal instincts, but its demonic nature means that it actually doesn't need those things.
So most demons don't need to eat, or
No demons need to eat ever. The ones that do, but the outside of the Goristro, do so for the horror effect of it.
yeah, I eat for sport, like Attack on Titan.
Exactly. While Goristros eat because like their animal brain part of themselves says like, well, I hunt, I am animal. But their demon part doesn't actually need the food. So,
Oh man. So I guess it's spoilers for Attack on Titan a little bit that I guess they do eat for a reason. But,
interesting.
their guts get full and they just vom up.
Ugh,
Yeah,
disgusting.
they can't digest.
They consume for the simple but cruel fun that comes from eating living things and care not if something is technically edible. So long as an object is small enough to fit into its mouth and masticated, the Goristro will not hesitate to eat it.
There's big chunks of a kitchen table in here. What happened?
They really are amazingly unintelligent beings who only concern themselves with smashing and eating things, and only the very rare object they find aesthetically appealing escapes their otherwise non-stop destruction. Due to their utter stupidity, this hoard of treasures can consist of objects ranging from precious gems to pretty pieces of trash.
Wow.
They just have no ability to discern.
They're just scooping up whatever looks
Looks
cool,
nice.
I guess.
Yeah. A very unexpected and oddly positive attribute Goristro have, though, is that they are very, very trustworthy creatures. Even if they cannot always be relied upon, Goristro tend to complete their tasks to the best of their abilities. They blindly follow their commands with heavy fanaticism, completing their duties unless told to do something else or upon death, although they might attempt to eat a significantly unimportant lesser demon if no one is looking.
They are big, chonky, good boys.
Yeah, they're big, chunky, good boys.
But they work for bad boys.
They work for very bad boys.
Very bad boys.
Goristro are also strange among demonkind in that they possess practically no supernatural abilities that are usually associated with demons. especially greater demons, which these would qualify as they're fucking powerful as fuck. What's their challenge rating? 17?
17.
Higher than a Marilith?
Yeah.
They cannot communicate telepathically. They have no spell-like abilities, and they are incapable of summoning more demons to their aid, which is like things that like most other demons can do. I don't know if 5e's actually changed the stat block because I leave that to you, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to
Do
the
they have
modern-
telepathy? Give me a sneak peek.
No.
See? And, and one final very strange thing unique to Goristro and not other demons is their need to mate to proliferate. Goristro almost never breed naturally, but they are mated by their owners. Goristro take 5 years to reach maturity. Centuries worth of selective breeding has only enhanced Goristro's already dangerous physique.
So as the additions progress, everyone, we will get beefier and beefier stat blocks, theoretically.
Indeed. It is at this point that I've begun to wonder, are these guys actually demons?
No, they're dogs.
Yeah.
They're abyss dogs.
Like they are big, dumb, loyal beast guys. They have no abyssal magic, and they have to breed to make more of their own kind. That demons don't have to do that. They seem to be outside the normal demonic hierarchical transformation ladder. Like one does not become a Goristro and then become something else. Like the Goristro exists outside of that. They are their own thing.
Right. You have to breed them.
And they were made in a cave with a box of scraps.
The goodest scraps.
I mean,
It's literally all the things you described that look like are what fused it together.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a dog.
They were made in the Tower of Science by a demon lord equivalent of Dr. Moreau. Like, are they really demons? Could it be possible that Goristros could be good guys if raised not in the abyss by demon lords breeding them for warfare? I don't know. But maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think bad dogs are made. Bad dogs are not born.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Almost 100% definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think there could be good Goristros out there. And I would love to see one in a campaign.
Good restos.
Good Goristos.
All right. Goristos are huge fiends.
Oh, no, we're not ready for that
Oh,
yet.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I
know.
thought you trailed off.
There is a little finality
I'm so
there.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I have more. In a bizarre play to out-science bro science Baphomet himself, Orcus, the demon prince of undeath,
Oh, shit. Orcus too?
has experimented with the lifeless bodies of dead Goristro, and he has gradually perfected them into his own personal creations. I hate this word. The Harez are Goristro with the lower half of a giant spider and that have no thought for anything outside of death and killing. I just want people to know these things exist. Orcus made them, and he's diabolical.
Orcus picked this thing up and ripped its legs off and slapped this thing onto the spider and
Exactly.
pumped it with soul juice or
Yep,
something.
that's exactly what he did. All right, tell me about the stat block, Brian.
Just like charging it with his ruby rod until it actually wakes up. All right.
No, he doesn't have the ruby rod. He has the the wand of Orcus.
Oh, my bad.
But
Ruby rod is
same.
Asmo.
Asmo, yeah.
Wand. Yeah, pretty much the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, everyone.
It's all good, man.
Somebody lost their fucking mind right now.
Yeah, they super did.
We got a huge fiend demon,
Tell me about it.
chaotic evil. It says they're demons right here. Well,
I know, but I don't know if I believe him.
I don't believe you, wizards. You liars. Armor class is 19 natty. Hit points are 310 or
19 is
23
beefy.
D12 plus 161. Speed is 40 feet. They fast. They fast as a Marilith. That's definitely hoof speed.
Yeah.
Hoof speed.
Definitely hoof
Strength is 25. It's plus 7. Dex is 11. It's plus 0. Constitution is 25 plus 7. Intelligence, I don't know why I said strength and constitution with different inflections. They're the same number.
all
Intelligence is 6 minus 2. We don't get a lot of that.
No, we don't. Not at this power level, usually.
Man, it's mostly rocks in that brain. There's a little bit of brain in there, though. Wisdom is 13 plus 1. Charisma is 14 plus 2 because they're such good boys.
I will say this is the opposite of Marilith, which was super well-rounded. This guy, he does two things really well.
Yep.
So strong and
He
so
does
enduring.
2 other things okay.
Yeah, it's true. The wisdom and charisma are respectable.
Saving throws plus 13 strength plus 6 dex. Oh, that's a good saving throw. Well, not good. It's okay.
Yeah.
Plus 6 dex for having 0 dex. Plus 3 to con and plus 7 to wisdom. It's got a plus 7 to perception. It is resistant to cold, fire, lightning, bludge, pierce, and slashing from non-magical attacks, much like the Marilith. Damage immunity, poison, condition immunity, poison, dark vision, 120 feet, not true sight. And passive perception, 17. It speaks abyssal, which is good. Doesn't speak well.
I know. No, it doesn't even have true sight like most demons of this level would have too.
Right. It's scaled back to dark vision.
Yeah.
the common vision. Challenge rating 17 or 18,000 experience points. We got the charge. If the Goristro moves at least 15 feet straight toward a target and then hits them with a gore attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 38 or 7d10 piercing damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 21 strength saving throw or be pushed up to 20 feet away and knocked prone.
Oh, no, go ahead.
When you're prone, a prone creature's only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up and thereby ends the condition, which takes half your movement. Believe.
Yeah, it does.
Half your walking speed. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
So, very bullish, a very bullish ability here. I just thought
the Minotaur thing.
I just thought of a great D&D restaurant idea, the Goristro Bistro. I would go there.
The Goristro Bistro, where we it's a restaurant in Baphomet's, like at the front of his lab. It's like the cafeteria.
Yep.
They're slicing up like.
Welcome to the Goristro Bistro.
They have like big chunks of like prime rib looking stuff. And you're like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good boy.
Go ahead.
It's about to be good tasting. Labyrinthine Recall. Is that how I say that? I heard you say it earlier.
Labyrinthine.
Recall. The Goristro can perfectly recall any path it has traveled, much like a Minotaur.
Yeah.
Magic resistance. And Baphomet is a Minotaur-based sort of guy, huh?
Yeah, he's the lord of evil Minotaurs.
Okay, so
yeah.
this is just a Minotaur
He's the
variant.
the horn demon lord.
I'm saying Baphomet on purpose.
I know you are.
Okay, magic, just in case. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Magic resistance. The Goristro has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Very cool.
That is cool, and that is very demon-like. And as a side note, I think our Baphomet episode might be my favorite episode we ever did because I remember laughing so hard.
That shit is funny.
Yeah.
The siege monster. That's why we love devils and demons so much, is because they're always so fun.
They're
to cover.
so ridiculous. I love it. Though.
Between them and horny dragons, and gem dragons, is really fun. The Goristro deals double damage to objects and structures.
I feel like it should be triple damage, but that's just me.
They don't do triple in D&D. There's no such thing as triple advantage. No such thing as triple disadvantage.
I know.
We double stuff and then we leave it alone. Do whatever you want, though. Actions, multi-attack. The Goristro makes 3 attacks, 2 with its fists and 1 with its hoof. Fist is a melee weapon attack of plus 13 to hit with a reach of 10 feet, 1 target. It's going to do 20 or 3d8 plus 7 bludge.
I think that's respectable. I think that there should definitely be a variant where you put a giant fucking hammer in this thing's hands. Like, it's smart enough to wield a hammer, and, if a Balor can have a giant fucking sword made for itself, it could probably put something in this thing's hands, too. But
Are you sure it's smart enough to wield a hammer?
Yeah, ogres can wield hammers and clubs.
Yeah. They can.
You just give it to them.
I mean...
Anyways.
Why not?
Yeah.
Really. Hoof is a melee weapon attack with plus 13 to hit with a reach of 5 feet on 1 target. It's going to do 23 or 3d10 plus 7 bludge. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 21 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. This thing is knocking people prone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What he does.
The Gore is a melee weapon attack with a plus 13 to hit with a reach of 10 feet, 1 target. It's going to do 45 or 7d10 plus 7 piercing damage. That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. So it's multi-attack. It does all 3?
Multi-attack says 3 attacks, 2 fists, 1 hoof.
Okay, so it's a choice.
The charge is the Gore. It's going to combo with the actual just Gore attack.
Okay.
But it could just gore you if it felt like it.
Yeah, or it can split its damage up if it wants.
Right. You can't do multi-attack and then do fist, gore, or a hoof. Like, it says specifically that you're going to get 1 hoof, 2 fists, so the Gore would be its own thing.
Yep.
But yeah, so it punch, kick, pretty much is what its moveset.
Or Gore.
That's cool. Yeah. I feel like it should have a Incredible Hulk from Marvel vs. Capcom 2,
Goristro Smash.
Yeah. Goristro Smash, and hit the ground and all the rocks fly up.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, you could come up with something like that.
Maybe for the big one, cool. For the biggest ones.
Yeah, definitely for the huge ones.
Yeah. Oh man,
that would be a cool stat block, a colossal Goristro.
Ooh. You can have that one too, Wizards.
Indeed, you're welcome. Long rest time?
Yeah.
Long rest time.
Just outside the studio, ranking members of the Cult of Demogorgon and founders of the Dungeoncast fan club, Grimly and Gromly, conspire to send their demonic master pertinent information to aid and abet toward the victory of their true patron, Demogorgon, in the Blood War. Shout out to Demogorgon. Let's listen in.
Another choice episode.
Yes, I covered 2 this one. I'm very informative.
I love these ones. You know, maybe Demogorgon wants us to learn about the demons and recap it to him to make sure that we know what we're talking about, because we should know. We should know the stuff.
Yeah, maybe that, or maybe he just wants a reminder to deem who's still worthy.
He's got a lot going on.
He's got what?
Yeah, who's still worthy. That's good. Let's talk about who's worthy right now. You ready to do the rune?
I think so.
Okay, hang on a second. Hey Siri, let's do this timer for 1 minute.
I always get nervous.
Fuck. Set a timer for 1 minute, Siri.
You really gotta work in runes.
You gotta stop talking.
I'm sorry.
Siri can't understand.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it started!
Oh
my god!
These guys are
And
huge.
Mariliths have lots of swords.
Large
and they're stabbing
horns.
people.
They'll eat
Taking
anything.
their tails and
Wait.
slithering around.
Oh, we're starting with Marilith. I went with Goristros.
Oh, do you want to go with Goristros? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do
Well,
it.
I mean, they're straightforward. Big,
straightforward?
beefy boys. Loyal.
You gotta know the difference between
Reliable.
grappled and restrained.
They get
and
really
these
big.
guys- Wait. Are we-
200 feet tall.
I thought.
Are we
Right,
back?
do you want to do
Marilith.
Marilith's
They got
first?
6
Let's
arms.
see. It's saying if it runs at you, it'll stab you in the stomach with its
They
horns.
want you to appreciate their brains over their physique.
Hold on, I think you went to Marilith.
I
and
did.
went Goristros.
They're smart.
I love that bit about the bistro.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
We should start a business, bro.
We should kill.
Goristro Bistro.
Maybe we can get some on loan.
Yeah. Dark Lord, please. We need some
Can we have
Goristros.
Goristros? We'll make a bistro.
We just need one. They could probably feed our patrons for a year.
Cooking is my passion, next to serving you, my Dark Lord. Please. One Goristro. Oh, God.
Sorry, I was choking on my saliva. I was drooling over the Goristro
You
Bistro.
do slobber everywhere. I'm meaning to address that with you. You really need to. The hygiene's important. People give us funny looks when we go to the.
I have a glandular problem. Why are you bringing this up now?
Well, you need a napkin or something, damn it. It's all over your shirt. Look at you.
Shout out to Demogorgon.
Shout out to Demogorgon.
Shout out to Demogorgon. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the long rest. How long is it? Depends on who you ask. What's up, Will?
Hey.
Hey. I don't have headphones on, so everything sounds fresh and new. It's really strange. I don't know what to say.
You know what else you didn't do? You didn't pull up the checklist.
I didn't, and I'm not going to.
Okay, sounds
Because we're
good.
deep. We're too deep. We
too
can't go
deep.
back.
Oh, no.
Check this. Patreon.com/thedungeoncast is where you can go to support us monetarily, and we really appreciate it. I'm going to buy a new chair soon. It's going to be because of the people on Patreon, so thank you, everyone.
Exactly.
What he said. Indeed.
We have
Would you
a
like to
merch
say on the
store.
show?
We have a merch store.
Merch shop
If you-
/store _
Yeah.
dungeon crew.
You can get your shirts, your hats, your beanies, your backpacks. You can get your jackets. You can get your sweatshirts. You can get your glasses. Not glasses that you wear, but glasses that you drink out of.
Yeah, unless
All with Dungeoncast stuff.
you
all over
drink
them.
really small amounts.
That's true.
We don't have those.
I don't know if there's shot glasses on there. If there aren't, I'll try and make sure that happens.
Ooh, that's cool. There's those jars. Are they back in stock yet?
You know, I haven't checked, but I need one.
Check for jars. I don't know. I'm pretending I don't know the links. I have all that shit memorized because I fucking love when you guys go support the show. It's spreadshirt.com/thedungeoncast.
It's in the description as well.
It sure is. And we do have a P.O. box, which I keep forgetting to mention, which we should add to the checklist. I had the absolute gall to pull it up. But our P.O. box is in the notes below. You can send us physical mail and we'll read it on the show. We did get a round of mail. I forgot to go to the P.O. box before this recording because Saturdays can be hard sometimes when your kid is sick. So it's tough to get to the post office for me sometimes, but I'll get there. So thanks to anybody who sent anything. The mail's been super weird ever since, COVID and all that. So stuff takes variable amounts of time to get to us depending on where you send it from, but we will get it eventually and we will talk about it on the show. So thank you to everybody who has sent something and everybody who's thinking about sending something. Go for it. Do it. Don't be scared. We got Discord.
Yes.
And if you go there, you will find out all the secrets.
Indeed you will.
And there's some really great people running it. So get to know them and talk some D&D.
Yeah, we pop in there sometimes. We talk to peeps.
Yes, we specifically said, I believe last episode, that we don't have to do that, and we don't sometimes, but we do. actually. We
Other
like
times.
to interact with the fans. Thank you, everyone who is listening. If you want to support us, but you don't want to use money, I totally fucking get that. Money's cool. You can keep it and just like leave us a review on iTunes or something. We love to read them. We get like a little report every week in our email that tells us who came in with those shiny little 5 stars and said something nice to us. So thank you guys so much. It helps the visibility of the show an extreme amount to have those reviews. And our podcast has over 1,000 5-star reviews. So that's all thanks to you guys. We really, really appreciate that. Keep them coming though. If you've been a listener of the show for a long time and you haven't left a review, I encourage you to do so. I think it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, we do have a dedicated YouTube audience as well. We appreciate you guys, and hitting the like and subscribe is always helpful, and leaving comments. There's people that comment on every episode, and that's hard to keep up. I get it. So there's some people that are like, oh, well, we haven't commented in a while, but we still watch, and we're like, we see you. We appreciate you.
We do.
Especially if you made it to this part of the episode. This is our jam. This is where we're chilling. We're resting right now. We're regaining HP, having a campfire talk.
Yep. Charging up them hit die.
Twitter, we got it. Instagram and TikTok.
We also got
We got all the soch. Find us on the soch. That's social media. Man, the checklist would make this way easier.
It would. That's why I made it. I made it for you.
Shit. I think we got everything.
I think we did. I think we can call it a game.
Let's call it a game.
The Dungeoncast.